don't know, somehow the board that is supposed to be there were disbanded for some or other reason, and the new interim board was selected, but the old board doesn't want to leave. It seems like there's
Who's reporting on it?
It was on the 8 o'clock news yesterday.
No, okay.
What are the issues with boards these days?
They're sitting there in a press conference. The Ian Oprat and Akom Diana, member of the previous board, with a paper, putting it in front. It's like, no, but what. It was basically chaos.
Ne?
Yes.
I saw a video. I didn't open the video yet, but I know on the group that I am, one of the 60 groups that I'm on,
Yeah.
basically spoke about it. So I would love to, I'll take some time to watch the video.
Is there any place, except for the morning mix, where things are just running smoothly anywhere in this country? Is there one?
It's a tough year, man.
We can be challenged.
Yeah. 2020 is really being a leap year, I guess.
Guys, and maybe this is the question that we need to ask ourselves. I am really trying to, I've done a Basson household post-mortem for the last 7 months as to what have we achieved in this last 7 months.
Well, you're not going to achieve much with $12,000 groceries.
No, you're right. It's really, really, really a tough year.
Yeah.
And COVID-19 has affected everybody in some way or the other. I can't think of any plans that I've had, which I normally start in the beginning of the year. If I look at the halfway stage of the year now, did I achieve anything? I can't think of...
Well, you got an MTC gig.
Yeah. And you grew your beard for a couple of months.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, it's been bittersweet, really. I think I've gotten so many opportunities. I mean, like the MTC is just one, like the Vogue feature another. I've been made ambassador for several brands. So things are going well on that side. But then the other side is just this space. You realize, I think more this year than any other year, like my activism has been under constant attack, which you expected when you enter that space. But like this year has, I don't know if it's because people are bored. I don't know if it's because people are also going through things. I don't know, because I wouldn't say I'm louder this year than I have been last year. Like the consistency is the same. In fact, I think last year was worse because of the foundation of the Me Too Namibia movement. It happened last year.
Yeah.
But this year, more than I think any other year, I really felt like on a personal capacity, like under attack. And you can try to navigate that space, but at the end of the day, we're all human beings, and that stuff does affect you. I'm not a robot.
I think one of the contributing factors is the fact that so many people are in some form of lockdown, and we were all sort of forced to go online.
Yeah.
Yes.
So there are also more people who are now
Yeah.
having the time to troll you on social media.
Yeah, that's what I say. So it must be the time, but and also I think everybody's going through something, and it's easier to deflect from what you're going through by perhaps pushing it to the next person. So I felt that, but still, even with all the pushback I'm getting, I that's what I'm saying. It's a bittersweet. It's like I still feel like personal growth, if that's a thing. I mean, not just from this, like I really do feel like the world is still embracing me. So it's like really one of those years where it's like it's tough, but it's
also going well, but not.
So it's I'm trying to see the silver lining. I'm trying to see the light at the end of the tunnel. I'm trying to keep my chin up, and this really goes to everybody as well, because and I was telling you the other day, at the end of the day, like life is beautiful, and this is just, I think, a reminder for people that are really down and under, and I understand that people are really going through things. Like it's not a joke. If you guys think you're going through things, we're very privileged. There are really people that have absolutely nothing going right for them
in a dire situation.
Dire situation, and it's just being mindful that, things will get better. I genuinely believe things will get better for everybody. So, bittersweet moments.
But
This was supposed to be do you remember how we were screaming 2020 is my year,
Yo!
the start of a new decade.
So good about 2020.
2020.
Yeah.
I really arrived feeling
Start of a
good.
new decade, the start of a new era,
I made the
and this
decisions
is
I needed to make. I thought they were right decisions. I didn't know that there was this little thing called COVID-19, not so little, around the corner. I would have made different decisions in January to March if I knew I would end up.
I remember on New Year's Eve, me and Laz, we were together in Swakop. And there's this old George Benson song called 2020, 2020 Vision. And we were basically singing that song on New Year's Eve. 2020 Vision! And we're like, hey, my bro,
It's onze jaar
2020 ne, is onze jaar. Is onze jaar. So, rude awakening for everyone.
for everyone, yes.
I would love to hear from the audience or from our viewers out there. What has gone well for you this year?
Yeah.
Because
What
I'm
can you
telling
celebrate in your life this year?
I'm thankful for health. I'm thankful for my family. But anything that I wanted to do business-wise has basically just regressed. It's at a complete standstill. And as you rightfully say, Maria, sometimes we do speak from a very privileged point of view or position, where I know I have food in the house.
You have a job.
I have a job. I can watch Netflix.
You have a loving wife.
Yeah, all of that.
Yes.
And it just takes for you to open up a newspaper or go through social media and to see the hardships that people are going through on a daily basis because of this pandemic. And it's tough.
This was going to be my year, and then your government decided to stop being corrupt, and all my prospective tenders evaporated. What a year to pick to stop.
But wait a minute. Cubase has a point. I know of a lot of tenders. Okay? Okay, I heard about it. Sorry. Okay, point of correction.
I only heard
of some tenders who were basically cancelled
That way.
on the back of the fact that because of COVID-19, budgets were actually shifted to
Yes, the
something
priorities
else.
changed, yes.
The priorities has changed of government of our country. So as a result, stop. Tenders is gestop. We're not doing this year. So you're not that far off. I know you were joking about it, but it's the truth.
Yeah, the last leap year, 2016, gave us one of the worst droughts this country had seen in a while. 2020 is also a leap year, don't forget. So it was always going to be a bit tricky. We didn't see this corona thing coming. And we didn't think it would affect everybody on such a large scale. So it's my first bait, John.
My question is just that sometimes the personal information of people float around on social media, high court judgment against who, stuff being repossessed, etc. Heartbreaking stuff that you sometimes see. And I sit there and I look at this stuff, I'm like, not even the financial institutions at this moment in time seem to have any sympathy.
There's no sympathy.
For what people are going through. They repossess cars, they repossess houses.
25,000 properties around the country that are on the verge of being repossessed. Over 25,000.
25,000.
25,000. Maar wat sal hulle maak met die huise? Who are they going to sell them to? Nobody's looking to buy anyway.
Now we say that. And that has always been my argument.
Yeah.
They can't take people's houses away. Who are they going to sell it to?
Ek sal koop, bro.
But
Yes, that's
So
the
it's
thing.
a
There are
buyer's
people-
market now.
Yes.
Ek sal koop.
Because everybody who's looking for a house now, I tell them, no, I'm looking for a house that's worth like upward of 4 million, but I'm only going to pay that person 2 million. Hulle moet maar sterk wees. Because they're not going to
People
get a
are
buyer for
desperate
that
enough,
price and they're going to be desperate. So I'm going to buy myself a mansion for a bargain.
There are
Buyer's market.
There are rental properties where people, they get probably an income of about $10,000 per month from a rental property. And the tenants can't pay them $10,000 a month anymore.
Neville, my neighbor, right, the flat right next to me has been open since April. It's been standing vacant since
But they
April.
want to reduce their prices.
It's still that same note on the window that was put on in April. So I don't know. Maybe if you call them, they will tell you they've reduced the price. But since April, and that's one of 4 units in the complex that have been standing open.
Yo,
Esimaklaki.
stuff.
It's not easy at all. Some people are even, it's like, young, let's maar go live with met die zalletje. Ken, dat is ons nog die buitenkamer. Die mannetjie kan ons net terugtrek in die huis. Daar bly ons daar vir twee maande. It's a difficult situation.
That is probably what a lot of people do these days.
Yeah.
If you can't afford, go home.
Go regather yourself.
Go regather yourself. Gaan terug Zali toe. It's klaar. It's net so.
Stop reading comments, Maria.
No, I'm not. I don't understand why my thing is not. Usually when I go, it takes me to where we left off. Well, it brings me to the current time.
Yeah.
Now it's taking me from the beginning of the video.
Oh, I see.
I think there's another video.
But it's today's video and it's supposed to be live, so I don't understand.
Long story.
See?
Just go all the way out. You'll go find the right one. I think the video dropped because of the network and it started again or something of that nature. In any case, let me read some of the comments that are coming through on the right video. I hope you guys are watching the right video. Waar begin ons? Kos begin nie bo, want as is so baie van hulle nie.
That's all right. I give up.
Repeat what you guys said before you froze. You see, that was, I think, before the video dropped out. Mr. Neville, please add me to one of your groups.
Wie is hy nou weer?
Simon Amushira from the London UK. Morning crew watching from Swakopmund. That's Nadia. And Leah Amunyela is saying, finally made it on time. Morning, guys. Morning, thank you for joining us. Morning, Cubase, Kanjero Zetman. Morning, my bro. Put on your mask, says Gabriela Muhongo. Ephraim Shilongo, this year, one just has to survive till 2020 December. If one does not get corona, perhaps vaccines will be up in the markets next year.
We can only hope, really. We can only hope.
Sebi Uyana Kapitako is watching. I have my Maria in my dreams. I'm thankful. Well,
sweet dreams. I
Rivaldo Ronaldinho April. The only good thing about 2020 was that I didn't write any exams. Yeah, if I was still in school, I would probably be thinking the same thing.
Wait a minute. Can we just stop there? Okay, just stop there.
That's the exam in Javier.
So my sons have this discussion. They at UNAM. So they have this discussion with me last night. Say, okay, Daddy, the university just contacted us again and say, okay, for the new semester, this is the new fees. Okay? But Daddy can see it's very expensive. It's very, very expensive. And Daddy, I understand, we understand the situation. So, I mean, if you can decide if you want to pay.
They're trying to talk their way out of it. So,
Daddy, you can
When did the
decide.
semester start? I'm at UNAM and I don't even know this.
Kuru, they started like 2 weeks ago.
Let me go back to my online.
When last did you
I'm
log in?
behind.
So they share the new cost of the semester plus the total cost that they need to pay towards before they start with their final exams
before they can sit for exams,
in October. So, Daddy, you must, I mean, if you look at this, Daddy, you must really now, it's really up to you now, Daddy. But I can see in their eyes, they're like, man, kom ons los net hierdie jaar
Let's do a gap year.
so we
Yeah, come on, skip net, man.
take it on next year. I say, guys, I don't know. I see the invoice. I don't know. I can't promise anything, but we have faith that we can fix this thing. So if I bring my part, will you bring your part?
But by the way, if they don't deregister, you will still owe UNAM that money.
Momonu now. So, okay.
Ek het met Blerry ITC gesukkel vir jare oor daai nonsense. Or is it called ICT or ITC? Whatever.
ITC.
Simon Amushira, one of the prof, 2020 will be a great year. All of the prophets. And he went from January till December, but he did not see Corona coming. Oh, yeah. No, those were, yeah, let's not focus on the church's predictions. Vosia Alana Greenwood, it makes me sad to know that people are going through tough times. I really feel humbled by how blessed I am. Right? I don't do much, or I didn't do much this year, but I didn't lack for anything. I was very blessed. I can't complain. I would be selfish to complain.
Yes.
That is
I think
excellent.
if you still have a job, really, if you still have a job, you are very blessed.
Yeah.
Just take it from there. That's it.
Everett Smith, dear Mr. President and dear Minister. Okay, here it comes. We don't want your deputies. We want you to come and check the condition the people are living in at these quarantine facilities. Don't be too scared to be quarantined yourself and get tested with this equipment that you are saying it's WHO approved.
Yo.
Lead by example. Come see the condition. Stay in them. Get tested yourself. One would feel better if your father was handling a problem rather than other people. Mr. President, you are our father, a concerned citizen. I'm your father. Who's your mother? Leah Amuniela said,
Can I just say,
I'm older than your mother.
Can I just say to that, I agree that the president should go there, but also let's not forget that he is elderly.
yes, he's
and
more vulnerable.
He's definitely
yeah.
more vulnerable to coronavirus. So I think that's also just something to be mindful of. This
Yes.
is not a young president that can easily go to a place like that. He should, but I mean, if there is advice not to, whether it's protocol or security, or that they're not sure that they can completely keep him
Yeah.
safe, maybe
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
not the best idea.
Because remember, if we lose Gangob, we're stuck with Mbumba, and nobody wants Mbumba. Asino Kambikiti Erastus. So now this August boy has a song out, Entanglements, featuring Ricky Ross. Nicolene Drago. Oh, wait, August Alsina has a song called Entanglements?
Yes.
Yes. Oh my God,
Yes.
this capitalist system.
I didn't
Hate
hear
it.
it.
Oh, we put it on his Instagram.
Look, like August was really, like when his first album dropped. I have to admit, of this new generation of artists, he was probably the one I was gravitating towards the most. But yeah, let's just say I'm reserving
I have
judgment.
no idea how this boy's songs sound like, but I know he responded this week by saying that Will must not lie. He did give me permission to entangle with girlfriend. So I don't know how any man would give
But-
permission to another man. This guy is Will Smith uka himba. He's most not himba.
People have an
No,
open
we don't do
relationship.
those things.
You
You know what we are going to do? Let's just get a marriage counselor and then we can
Aye,
discuss
Maria,
this
oh.
issue.
Yeah, but anyway, back to the entanglement song. This is literally what I hate about the capitalist system. It's always trying to get your money in one way. So now
Of
this
course.
is trending. So kom ek maak 'n bietjie geld,
Yes.
and the consumer, being the consumer, and our love for gossip and all scandals, we're gonna go out and buy the song, right?
Gross. Like,
Hello,
what
it
was that?
features Rick Ross.
That idiot artist, what was it? Soldier Boy. He got rich off of one song, became a multimillionaire.
Yeah.
So, I guess
Yeah, no.
in this kind of situation, you don't blame somebody for taking the opportunities that are
Yeah,
presented.
exactly.
Ma, also, really, August, really? I mean, you were complaining that this issue was starting to make you lose business, but then you're going out and basically making it worse.
Trying to profit, and he really goes in hard, by the way. If you hear the song,
Ne?
yeah. He goes
What do you
in.
mean he goes in hard?
Like he talks about
It's like a
how
fatala
she
an.
was freaking in the sheets. And
Oh, my
how,
God.
Yeah, and Like he mentions them, you know.
We don't want to know those things, man. Oh,
The kids, the children,
The
they have
children.
the children.
yeah.
They have to listen to the song about their mother
Yes, and their father, man.
and their father. All this controversy around.
And this boy who used to hang around our house.
Hallo. yo.
As they goed, if you get entangled with a young boy, this is why we say
Maturity.
it's very, very important.
Emotional maturity.
It's very, very
especially.
important. You cannot go mess with a kid that is young enough literally to be your child.
Nema
And
jule soek mos.
expect some
Stamina.
maturity from him. It's not gonna happen.
Kom
Yeah.
maar, the words you give us, ne, were above 45. Nee, asseblief Neville.
We say so. They 20 sell so say julle is mos oud.
No, you guys, you women.
No,
Yeah.
actually, most women that are in my age group date men in their 40s. That's just how it is. I mean, I'm in my mid 30s. I would date a man in the 40s. That's, you understand. That's
How far up will you go?
not more than 10.
Oh, 10 years. 10-year difference.
Yeah.
That's decent.
I might even do 15, to be honest, at this age.
If he's rich enough, we will do even 40. It's gonna die soon. Vosia Alana Greenwood Nava says, government must intervene because people can't be kicked out of the house. It's so sad. Nee, man, bail the Mensa 8. What happened to the 8 billion, guys? Where did that money go? We know the 750s was sent to some people, but I'm sure that was not the entirety of the 8 billion. I mean, we haven't heard of anybody getting some form of a bailout during this COVID-19, but that's basically what the 8 billion was for, to keep people and companies afloat.
Is 8 billion enough?
I mean, look at how many times South Africa has readjusted the amount of money that they are giving or that they are dedicating towards COVID. I mean, of course, they are in a worse situation and they have a much larger population to deal with. But still, it is something to note. Yeah. Common sense.
So did they expect that 750 to take people over for all these 3 months?
Yes, imagine the people who are in lockdown in Walfish Bay. That
that's
750
exactly the thing.
is
It's like, give people in Walfish
Use
Bay
rate.
money. They've been literally in lockdown since March.
exactly. Mense kan nie gaan werkie, or you go to work for 2 days and then the company gets shut down because one of the people tests positive again.
Yeah.
Then you are
Go give the people in the coast 750. It's ridiculous that you're not even doing it, to be honest. There's no prosperity. You can't go to work. They're in complete lockdown. How are people surviving? People need to eat.
exactly.
This government.
Go give them those $30 notes, those new ones. The plastic ones. Those ones will not get old. Josephson.
Kyk vir Maria.
It make me quite.
It's like,
This
Yeah.
government.
The government is making me so.
I will keep my house. 2 million is nothing. Yeah, keep it.
Yeah, keep it.
Yes.
Hold on to your property as
By the
long
time
as
you want
can.
to sell, it will only be worth 1.7 anyway, and then I'll only give you 500,000.
I heard, sorry, speaking of houses, I see Bank Windhoek announced that they're extending their mortgage period to an additional 10 years. So instead of, it used to be 25, right?
Yeah.
They're extending it to 35.
To 35. Okay, cool.
During this COVID to allow first-time owners, more for the first-time owners, like...
Ek verstaan, why do you have to
Breathing
pay 35 years for a house, guys?
It's for the bank to make money.
It's for the bank to make money, but I think for in this case it's to it's packaged like if you have a longer mortgage period or a longer period to pay off a mortgage, that you can also extend your credit limit. So to say, for example, if you only qualify now for 1.1 million, if you extend it to a 35-year period,
You can qualify
you can
for
maybe
a bit more.
qualify for 1.5. The problem is if you look at the interest you'll be paying,
Yes.
25 compared to 35, it's ridiculous.
In the
But
long
not
run, you end
only
up
that,
paying more.
my concern is most first-time homeowners are people that are in their 30s now.
Yeah, that means
You understand? That means you will still be paying your house off when you become a pensioner.
half your pension is going to go to paying off the house.
You don't want to be paying off a mortgage when you're in pension.
Yes.
You just don't. And most people, unfortunately, pay the standard pension fund. Like, you see, like I worked with my broker. So what we do with my pension is we increase it every year. Because by the time I become a pensioner, you need to remember that the value is going to change. So at 10,000 now, and when I am 60, it's not going to mean the same thing. So if I'm paying a pension to receive 10,000, because now I'm thinking it's a lot of money, it's not going to be a lot of money in like 45 years.
Yes.
Or 35
yeah,
years.
you don't know how the economy is going to swing, but more likely than not, it's not going to be.
It's not going to be. So we adjust my pension payment every year, annually, and increase it so that my payout also increases.
Yeah.
So we're aiming so that by the time I become a pensioner, I'm looking at realistically, like based on the calculations we're making, like I can be getting a 25,000.
But you know, we don't have minimum wage in this country. A lot of people cannot even afford to save up for a pension or to start a pension, something.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, so.
But I just say, like, if you are a little bit more privileged than most, and you do have a salary that you can work with, I really do advise, like, go work with a broker. They don't cost an arm and a leg. And then just, even if it's to help you out with all your financial stuff, like your pension payouts, helping you draw up a will. Because sometimes a lot of people don't do a list because it's like, I don't have property now, so why should I do a list? No, you actually, there are assets that you can. And even if, for example, if you have life cover, which is so important, I say to people, get a life cover. If you die, for example, your life cover is $1 million, so you would need...
We don't want to go for HIV testing.
You know,
Give us life cover without us taking an HIV test.
come on, that is money for other people.
Yeah.
They can worry about that. That is not my problem.
Point is, if you have a life cover, you need a loan. I mean, you need a what did I just call it now? A will. So you need a will and testament to how you're going to distribute those funds and how you want them, to be distributed. So this is stuff like a broker can really help you with and really advise you on. And like, if you can, I'm just saying, if you can, I know not everybody can, not everybody has the privilege to, but if you can, really think about it. It's like one of the best financial decisions you'll ever make for yourself. Anyway.
Hey, Facebook's maths is like our Ministry of Finance. They're telling me there are 73 new comments, but total comments are only 62.
Okay.
So how are you counting? It's like that's
that's
750 equation. Anyway, let's read some. Liva Hiskia, some people are living like Sodom and Gomorrah all this time. This was
What?
that's how we jump back into it.
What? Where does Sodom and Gomorrah come up?
This was bound to happen because we stopped caring about the ones who cannot achieve what the average achieve, right? In the old days, people ask anything from their neighbors, but now, elkeen for himself and elkeen sy eie God.
Have you met my neighbor? They're very rude people. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
But maybe just to touch on that. And I believe we had this discussion last week about black tax. Okay? And it basically ties into that.
Yeah.
You try to help where you can, but it's your paramount responsibility to look after your family first and foremost. So the notion of elkeen vir homself and God vir ons almal is not always what it is. I mean, I have to take care of my family first.
I understand that, but there is also an element. I see some people here in Windhoek like living luxury, or what I perceive luxuriously.
Yeah.
Like driving a good car, living in a good house, Ausblik or wherever. And you go to the north, and you just go to their village. Their village, I mean their homestead.
Yeah.
Or their mother's house. And you just feel bad. Because it's like,
True.
I think that's a basic thing you can do for your parents if you have the means to.
Yeah, if you do have the means,
If you have the means, it's very important that you need to have the means. I'm not saying you must, but that's why I'm talking about luxury, the perception of luxurious living, giving that equation. So we do. I agree, family first, but I also think like Liva is key. liver
Hiskia.
hiskia. It's correct that we actually do need to care more for each other.
That sense of community is
Yeah.
not what it used to be.
It's
I mean,
really
back then,
not.
like back then, it was literal when they said it takes a village to raise a child. You were raised by your whole community.
Yeah. I just
Eh.
moved into my neighborhood and I still don't know my neighbors. I know the one across me because we drive in together and we wave at each other. It's a German couple. But I don't
Know
know.
who else is living around.
I don't
there.
know who's living, the two houses living next to me because they're also always, they don't come out. It's
No.
very gated.
No, Maria, why don't you take the initiative? Bak a paar cookies, ne? Then you go yourself to these neighbors.
I actually am
Knock on their doors.
I am considering it. The neighbor to my right, I'm a bit worried because I already heard there's some abuse that happens there. The previous owners told. So I'm bracing myself because I do want to make just to get to know each other, but also I know how victims of abuse generally just prefer
Yeah.
not to, prefer the outside world out of their business.
Get out of here! You're gonna make him beat me again.
Yes, so I'm treading cautiously, but yeah, I will eventually get
Yeah.
there.
All right, Petrus Boyki Alugodi, morning from Doha. Not even Trump is celebrating anything this year. Robert Gidipo.
Despicable human being.
This year started off bad. Literally, one has invested your money in Michael Amushelelo and lost it, and again lose your job. So one is homeless plus depression, and
Ons lag, maar dat is niet grappig nie. And I don't know if you guys saw the statement from Bank of Namibia yesterday.
yeah.
Did you guys about the pyramid schemes? A
No,
lot
no,
of people
I
were
didn't
quite
see.
unhappy about that statement, but it's really to protect. So there was a statement by, and I think this is also going to affect Michael, by the way. Yeah, I would need to find it. Okay, sorry guys, just continue the conversation. There was a statement about pyramid schemes from the bank that about its illegality and that it's criminal. Yeah.
Richard Ramazia watching us from Oranjemund, Morome, bro. Welcome to the morning mix. Dion Chimsizel. Good morning, Maria, Neville, and Cubase. May you guys have a blissful day. God bless you all.
Thank you.
Thank you
Have
very
a
much.
beautiful day.
Okay. Rivaldo, Ronaldinho, April. Second semester starts next month, Maria.
Oh,
Yeah.
then I'm still good.
Yeah, come 2 weeks ago. No, pas Neville say he will lead you astray.
Neville, why are your sons leading you
It's my
astray?
mond, nee. Ek het amper iets gesê.
They've been
Hey.
at UNAM for the last 2 weeks.
Now today when you go home, go ask them. So when you guys are telling me you are going to class, want toe gaan julle eintlik? Want skool het nog nie begin nie. Alright,
Kijk, for as much time as they spend at home, I do understand as Imana Bigivel.
Hulle gebruik comma
Chica
university.
machica.
Raymond Basson, Maria, you are 2 weeks late for class. Blame on it, bedies.
Wel klaar maak, is my laaste jaar.
Tomildo
Trying to finish.
Tangwe Nahole, Boomba, no! Same WhatsApp group as Corona. Alright, Gordon McKay, if you are in the position, you should just go to a random family in need and share what you have. This is the time that we should all reflect on our blessings.
Blessings.
Leslie James, Leslie, I'm not going to read that. You want to get me into trouble. Robert Ngidipo, there's no positive coming out of this for the investors, right? They're still going on about Michael Amusherelo's thing. Maria, Rick Ross's verse is deep. Martin Emutoni, I think on the August Alsina song. Lupin Dilimeke Gavas, that's what happens if you get entangled with a kid from the streets, noch. Yeah, August is like an R&B thug. He's like, you remember Jaheim back in the day? I don't know if you remember Jaheim. Yes. Really hood, but he's singing them love songs. And, he's talking. Yeah, so he's one of them. Yeah.
I almost sang a chorus now.
You know the song?
I almost made up my own chorus.
Erasi Ek. Is that Ek of EK? Speaking of entanglement, apparently Delish and Adebayo are not entangled anymore. Yeah, that was also news yesterday.
Kyk Marianne, kyk maar vir Marianne. Sy ken die hele nonkas.
No, I can actually, to be honest, that's
Sy
the one
ken-
gossip I try to stay away from.
Sy ken die hele nonkas.
No.
She sits here like she doesn't know anything about it.
Yesterday on social media, it felt like landmines, and I was just because I don't want to comment on it. I don't want to get in. Like I don't want to. Really, when I say I'm trying to mind my business, I really am trying to mind my business. I'm not trying to mind people's relationships. It's like none of my business. So yeah.
There's one. Hey, you're an activist. People are always complaining that you're in their business. So,
My activism, that business is my business. Yeah? If you are raping women, that's my business. Yeah, that's my business for you.
There's one big. Hi guys, missed the show yesterday. Since it's live, is there no way to watch episodes afterwards? You can watch. You can actually go back to Facebook. You can also go to our YouTube channel. The show is loaded up on YouTube every day, so you can go binge watch.
Yeah.
Actually, you can binge watch the morning mix this weekend.
Dis as jy in Windhoek of as jy ook aan Swakop. I don't know what makes me think that she speaks from Swakop.
I don't know, but then she says, then, guys, entanglement is now old. Update me on my homegirl Natalia. And the strong
I see
emotion.
she had
Yeah.
a demonstration yesterday.
Yeah, there was a demonstration
Yeah, I only saw the video afterwards. I don't know if it attracted numbers or I don't know what the petition read, but I think they were in front of Air Namibia offices to hand over a petition. I don't know.
But she has momentum at the
She's
moment.
gaining momentum. I mean, she's a fireball. Yeah. So I don't know what's up with the internet.
Okay.
Uh,
Just leave it.
Yeah. Bradley Kubi said, Mora family, great point, Maria, with the capitalist system. I heard that Will and Jada, or the Will and Jada video, got record views in just a day on YouTube. Gossip sells fast.
Yeah.
Fast.
Yeah.
Gossip and sex. Bobo van Beek, open marriage so foot. En waar pas taking a break from the marriage story?
Ja, ek wil ook weet,
Dis
Bobo.
waar die entanglement goed inkom.
Daar sê.
Wie sal so lank droog bly?
Amen. Amen.
It's it.
Ja.
Oh yes, what's the beef with Adebayo and Delish? Black Twitter from Des van Beek. Trouble in Paradise, new lady on the block.
Sinji.
By the way, I saw a conversation between somebody and new lady's pops. And new lady's pops is like, oh my God, my daughter's next. This God help her, please. And it's like, oh no.
All I know about this incident is it seems this Adebayo, am I saying it correctly? Adebayo posted a picture of a Namibian girl appreciating her or whatever. We don't know if it's the girlfriend or whatever. But I don't know. I'm assuming him and Delish broke up already, obviously, for him to post another love interest. I'm assuming love interest. I think the only thing with all of this is it turned nasty because it seems Adebayo is responding to people commenting. And
yes.
Yeah. So there's a level of
there's some
nastiness.
spitefulness there.
There's some spitefulness. So people will be like, oh, for example, but even the commentators are like unnecessary because there will be comments like, yeah, Delicious is more beautiful. Like, who cares if she is, you know? And then you'll be like, so
What is beauty?
Yeah, it's in the eye of the beholder. But yeah, so even the people that are commenting are problematic, and he like fuels that because he responds to it by like, you know, slamming Delish to lift this woman. So it's just this messy thing.
I don't like this guy. Okay?
He was then an Arsenal player.
I don't like Adebayor.
He's an Arsenal legend. With
He's
his
not
long
an
foot.
Arsenal legend. And the reason why I don't like this guy was that Manchester City game. More than Broca. When he scored against Arsenal, he ran the whole length of the pitch to go and mock the Arsenal fans after he
Oh
scored.
yes, I remember.
You understand?
While he used to play for Arsenal.
No. He left Arsenal.
Yeah.
He went to play
That's
for
what
Man
I'm saying
City.
after. Yes, that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying afterwards.
He played for Man City. He scored a goal
Against Arsenal.
against Arsenal. So he ran after he scored the whole length of the pitch on the other side.
To go
People
and,
that used to be his fans, basically.
That used to be his fans.
Yeah, that's not
To
necessary.
go
I'll
and-
come and antagonize you.
I'm going to antagonize you.
Yes.
Hey,
Why was I? What? That's like so. It's called what? Poor sportsmanship, right?
It's poor sportsmanship.
Yeah.
Huh? He decided to leave the club. So, whatever it is that people say about this guy, that's my team. Doesn't matter how bad it does at the moment. And then he even went to go and play for Tottenham. He was even useless there. So, I don't... Moenie vir my Adebayor se stories kom vertel nie. I don't like him with his man bag and sandals that he dances with. What? Laat hy line. Ek het die story met Adebayor.
Let's hope Adebayor does not watch our show because
Hey, Adebayor.
apart from Neville's hate speech, Bobo van Beek is also saying they never cherry van Adebayor lyk soos Meria. So please, he does not watch our show. Let's just leave it
Ooh, kriek, 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 kriek.
You made that up, didn't you?
No, I did not. Petrus Shekutamba Mutenya, South Africa just recorded 572 deaths in a single day.
What?
Yes, that was yesterday. It's 172.
Where is that?
South Africa.
Yeah.
That is a huge number.
It's a lot of
Yo,
lives.
also my dame faso yo. Let's just hope our leadership will shape up before things get to that level or to that point.
I see there's a comment that I think it's in one of the weeklies, I think in the Windhoek Observer, where Dr. Alfico says
Yeah, I saw the article.
we could have prevented this.
Yes, I saw that.
We could have prevented this. This is what Dr. Alfico says.
and the-
I didn't read the article.
I read the article. He basically spoke about the fact that he had been advising. He had some really good advice. I think he said he even tried to get planes to take some equipment or stuff to the coast. One of the, I think Deb Marine was willing to do it for free. And Namibia pulled out last minute. He tried to rally to get equipment from UNAM to also help with their testing and just a long
trying
list
to
of
mobilize these things.
Yes, but apparently Namibia was so comfortable with the fact that they had only 16 cases in like 76 days, I think, around that time, at the time. So they didn't feel an urgency, and he was kind of urging them to say, look,
Let's be proactive, not
now
reactive.
this is the best time to be proactive because we don't have that many cases,
Yeah.
so that to kind of prevent it.
Exactly what we were preaching.
And a lot of his suggestions fell on deaf ears, and he was removed from that position that they-
he's ora gewees. Hy moenie praat nie.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we don't like people who are
But
ora.
he would be then what we would call Dr.
Fauci.
like speaking up. So, he's making the current leadership look bad, I understand. But if the current leadership needs to be faulted, is at fault, then he's justified.
No, true.
Roviera, imagine paying paying a house for 35 years. Jy sal daarom lang wag en klomp interest betaal. Say no to being a slave to the banks. It's a trap. Don't go for 35 years. If you can pay the property in 25, then please do so.
Highly
Interest
advisable.
is ridiculous.
Ridiculous. You become a slave to it.
Leslie LeBron James, I gaan man. Maria, you will be a beautiful pensioner. Hey, you must see her mother first. Des van Beek.
My mother is 66, and my mother looks good. I'm not gonna lie. So I hope I have her genes.
Will be a beautiful pension.
That girl is smoking hot. She cooks up a storm, and I just love her natural melanin glow. I don't know if you're talking about Maria or
I was talking about
Adebayo's new
Adebayo's
boo.
new girl. Look, that's what I'm saying. What he's doing is so unnecessary because they're both like Delicious, a beautiful woman, and this girl, based on the picture I saw, is also a very beautiful woman. So the fact that they're trying to pit these two women against each other is like the most ridiculous thing.
Yeah.
So
Come on, every woman is beautiful to somebody.
that's so.
Lupi Ndilimeke Gabas, Bebe Husep is a good broker. I recommend him. It's a cake hier so. Nee, Trasco Bank. What's a Bebe Husep? Yeah.
Hey, baby. Cheap.
Simon Amushira, I hope Minister of Labour must come up with a minimum wage. I don't think that is a conversation we're going to have now.
Yeah.
I really... Whoa. I need to read this one carefully. I really thank God for Corona. Now I can see who is real leaders, friends, and family.
Wow.
But the cost...
the price is too high.
Yeah, are you
for-
willing
for
to
that
pay
type
the
of-
cost?
Yeah,
the
that's
cost
a
is right.
self-realization at a very high cost.
Bradley Kubi said Neville was going to be your neighbor, Maria Sinjeno.
Yeah.
Oh, Elis Naima.
Yeah.
Listen, I must say, dear.
Maria, talking about beauty, it's probably easier for men. We judge beauty in a woman on certain values or facial features or whatever.
What you see on
The shallow
TV.
stuff.
Yeah.
What you see
yeah.
on TV.
Whatever. No, there's no shallow stuff here. Okay.
Come on, it's a
We will-
preference, not a prejudice.
Yes, we will decide.
Preference.
We will decide that preference.
Yeah.
And please be representative to all women here, not
Yeah.
from a Maria point of view. What attracts a woman, the average woman, to a man? Is it physical build? Is it facial handsomeness? Is it the money? Is it power? What attracts a woman like this to a guy?
It's
How many
that's-
marks?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you know, that is the fact that you even want me to represent women to answer that is very funny to me because every woman is different and every woman has her preference. No,
Asseblief,
really, we
Maria.
all want the same. We
Hou
all
op,
want
man.
different things, and I genuinely find that depending on the stage in your life, that those changes also. Those needs change.
Nee.
For example, when I was young, I used to like, I'm not even gonna lie, I used to like hot boys.
What is hot? Oh,
Like
there we go.
attractive, like
What is attractive?
attractive. You know the boy in high school that all the girls wanted. Like that was my boyfriend.
What does he do? What is he representing? Is it his outer beauty,
No,
the body?
I'm talking about the physical.
So
the
shines.
physical.
Yeah. No. Sorry, I answered that too quickly. Yeah, like shines.
Okay.
Yeah, like
As
shines.
Janie says, shines. Okay, shines. Okay, I'm not.
Shines.
No. Can I speak quickly? Shines. Okay, don't think I'm hitting on you. Okay. Okay, because you're not my type. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
But shines in his pure form there, as he stands there. I think he's a handsome brother for the girls out there.
Yeah.
You understand? But I'm not hitting on you. Yeah, okay. So yeah, maybe it's not your.
But I think
Back to what I'm saying. So the older you get, like those changes, those needs become less
important.
shallow. Yeah, like so somebody's looks are not as I wouldn't
Important.
say it
Yeah.
will be your focus point.
Yeah.
Now, if you're looking at like the older you get, now you're looking at a life partner. You're looking at different things, not just like his looks, but you're looking at how he'll treat you, how he'll be potentially as a husband, how he'll be potentially as a father. And yes, there's the financial stability element as well, because devil ni sekol ni.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be rich, but like there has to be some.
You gotta have
financial-
your
you have to have your stuff.
your house
together.
in order. Yeah.
You have to have your house in order, because that would be the worst thing to end up with a financially ill disciplined man. Like you can run up so much debt.
Yeah.
So you look at different things, but like I'm only speaking for me. Like there are women that are my age that obviously still want them hot and sexy as well. So
I think it's like it's just a punch. Tidang mo net nasmak, Neville. Look,
I don't think my
for
my view
instance,
has changed.
For instance, listen here, Neville. You will say you have a type, right? But when you look at your exes, they are not the same. Like
Yeah.
they are like different types. So
Yeah.
clearly, basically the mix has to be right.
Yeah.
You know, you have enough of this, enough of that, or where you are lacking this, you compensate with that. It has to be. The punch That's all.
Not true.
But if there's too much vodka, then also the punch is not nice.
Yeah, you want the
if there's
right
too much
blend.
of one and not enough of the other. You can,
And for example, you say your preferences haven't changed, but you don't know that because you've been with your wife for close to 20 years. Let's say if, God forbid, something were to happen to your wife now and you are looking at another wife, you will look, for example, at a woman that you know can fit into, like, just even the fact that you're a father and you have grown children, like how will that person fit into that family unit? You know?
need to be able to take care of my kids as well.
Yeah, you need to come in as not as necessarily their mother, but somebody like a mother to them.
Yeah, mother figure.
Mother figure. So even that will change, you know, how you view like partnership.
Maria, asseblief, moenie jy vir my kom besluit hierso nie, okay?
So jy sal net hy jong ene wat net
Ek soek na goeie. Okay. Yeah, don't come here being politically correct here. Ek stel nie belang.
Yeah.
Ek soek na No, jokes aside. No, it's true what you say.
Yeah.
You would obviously look for somebody who basically have those values.
Yeah.
And who can maintain a certain level of stability relating to your kids.
Yeah.
So, but beauty,
Of
I
course,
love
beauty
it.
is important. I also need
love
to be
beautiful-
attracted to the person that I'm with. So
I don't want to have ugly kids. Okay. Martin M. Utoni says, beauty lies in the eyes of the beer holder.
Beer holder, yeah.
I think I've read that on a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Or at the end of the night, beauty is the one that says yes. Estomik sent us a comment in Norwegian. Estomik, now. My Google Translate is not working. By the way, Des says she's in Walvis Bay, Neville.
Oh, Anibai.
Yes, Neville, me too. I don't like him too. Then he came and chow our premium beef. Oh, okay, now I get what you're talking about. I agree with Maria. The guy is stirring up anger on social media between Namibian women.
That's true,
That's
yes.
low of him.
Yeah.
All right. Today on Rehoboth, there is a march for the babe that the baby. Okay. Babies.
The 2 week, the
Yeah.
newborn. Yeah.
Guys.
Does this matches really help? Just asking, guys, because for me, I don't see it because this raping and killing of women and girls, it's not stopping.
Yeah, 2 weeks old, guys. We're in a sick society. And a father raping his 2 week old baby, 2 weeks old. That's like the umbilical cord literally just fell off. Not that it's any better for a 6-year-old or a 5-year-old or even a 14-year-old, but
Maria,
gosh, it's a sick
I
society.
know
we
you
live
don't
in.
like
It's a
violence.
sick society we live in.
I know you don't like violence. And that's where my comment ends.
Bossy
I know
Alana,
what you want to say.
Alana Greenwood, we should shape up Cubase. It starts with us. We help government now. We are government.
I saw that headline. And I decided I'm not even going to read this.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Can you guys see me just trying to ignore this and just move on?
Yeah, can you just
see
move on?
me? Can you see
Unfortunately, you
me?
can't ignore it because it's happening in
I
our
know.
backyard. It's
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
It's a-
Amber nou iets lelijk gesê.
It's a difficult issue, man.
You know, in the old days,
man.
if you went to prison for stuff like that, you didn't come out. You didn't come out because there was still honor amongst thieves. And there was just certain things that were just not acceptable.
Taboo.
Like taboo, like rape and killing of girls and women was, especially rape, was just unacceptable. So if you came into a prison for something like that, the prisoners handled you and you didn't even get out. I'm not for violence, but
Yeah, me
can
too.
we need to become a little bit more no how do I say
Zero
no?
tolerance.
Zero.
Yes. Finally, evidence that she's
Kwanyama.
bamboo.
Zelo.
The Kwanyama in me came out.
Zelo.
Zelo.
Yeah.
Okay, we need to be zero tolerance to
some of these things.
to some of these things.
Maximus Instigator, guys, let's talk about the current mayor of Windhoek. She's making headlines these days. So is it because of the fear of the AR top brass who is coming to battle it out for Cow's top position?
Are you talking about the thing that she opened yesterday, the open market?
I don't know, I guess so.
Yeah.
Liva Hiskia is saying, I think Adebayo didn't know Delish is also a Tsotsi. Satura girl.
I love the leash.
She means to laugh for me, Zelo. As in,
Vambo.
No,
Vambo.
I'm a Kwanyama.
Kwanyama. Jello one.
Come on, the Zelo came out strong.
All right, last Viera Shiama. It doesn't matter a woman looks beautiful and you bring in-laws in our country who come to do drama here. Okay, I'm not sure I follow.
Is it not about Adebayo?
Yeah, I think so.
Must be.
Semi-fly, Maria, Neville, and Q were making fun of your skirt yesterday when you left. Hey, J Pimp, we will block you from this show. Come on.
Yeah, these guys are sometimes very disgusting, I must say.
And you love us for that.
Not the disgusting part.
Yeah. Yes.
Maria Chase Hanakam, yellow boer.
What was that?
A yellow boer.
There's a yellow boer. That's from
But now it's the yellow query.
Kefe Mushimba. All right, Richard Ramazea. Let's read. Guys, I was having this convo with my little brother about these dudes just expecting handouts every payday, but they don't make any effort to go work themselves even harder. I got him a job 2 days. Hey, don't distract me. 2 days after I was called and asked where the dude was, I called him and his answer was, "Aye, Jessa, I am Babalas today."
Jessa.
How do I get you a job and you come tell me Jessa, I'm being Babalas? He was fired though, but then my little brother goes like, "Bro, you see now, we now know who Corona should eliminate from planet Earth first, Paul V. I am sorry, guys, but take this with the humor. It was intended." So what are these comments that you guys are laughing at? Wait, let me move down to the bottom.
These people are not letting me breathe now because of my Zelo.
Jello.
No. Read the comment, Maria.
No,
What did the guy say?
No, it's just a lot of...
Adebayo has
Zello.
Yeah, Cubase today you must lead Zelo comments.
Come on. Maria sounded like our Ohangwena former governor. Who's Ohangwena's former governor?
Who's called now, Mr. President, the louds are washed away.
Informanté Radio.
Okay, for me, there should be something attractive physically. Then comes the chemistry between us and the similarities in our personalities, right? After we have discovered a comfortable space, what he does for a living comes into play.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm trying to say. Every woman has their... I also need to be attracted to. That's all I'm saying. It will be... My attractions are formed by different things. Sometimes it's personality, sometimes it's intelligence, sometimes it's physicality. My attractions are informed by different things. So it's not always physical. For me, sometimes I find myself madly attracted to like extremely intelligent men. I just am, you know? So it will be stuff like that.
Never.
And funny men. I like funny men.
If not for your wife. Look at her.
If not for my wife. Now he's going to build the perfect woman in his head. If not for your wife, what is your type?
What would be your type? We're about to leave the studio.
Don't pretend you've not been thinking about it.
Yes.
No.
If you've seen her, you can tell us who she is also. It's fine.
Bubbly. I like bubbly women. But ni oorag nie and cannot.
Come on. Too much, but not too much.
Yeah, but I'll beautiful. Yeah. Outer beauty.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the first thing that attracts me to a woman. Externally, because point of connection for me is beauty, first and
Physicality.
foremost. Physicality. Yeah. I love a woman with beautiful legs. Lumthwalo. Okay? Facial beauty.
I think I saw.
Little aggression. Okay?
I think I saw her.
Yeah. But bubbly, but in her place. Yeah.
So docile, but also out.
Bubbly and docile.
Yeah,
To
bubbly
balance.
and docile. Like Mevrouw, she likes to keep
Interesting.
by herself.
Yeah.
She doesn't even do this social media goede.
Johnny van Dijk. Jy soek iemand wat ook bietjie. Oh, you
Can
would.
compete nie want hy is mos ook daar.
Yeah.
Never. Can't have a woman competing with him.
With you on social
Imagine,
media.
imagine he goes to an event and his partner is getting as much attention. Oh, God forbid.
Is him. Oh, I love that actually.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Different strokes for different folks.
Kijk, soos Maria J is my bra, verstaan jy? And there are certain values of you that I love. But your social
It's only
advocacy, it will never
Yeah,
work.
you and I will never work.
Come
He's
here.
also too loud for me. I like a quiet man.
First
I like a
Angie.
private.
Come here, so me cherry.
I don't do that. I don't do
It's
that.
just an example.
Oh, but I don't do that.
I would never be able to date anybody who's
Yeah.
who's active on social media. Post pictures of herself every day.
No. But I don't do that. I'm an activist, but I don't do that. But I also like, and it's true. I think it's the opposite attracts. Like even for me, because I am so brazen and like my
Very
activism
brazen.
is so loud on social media, I find like I prefer the opposite. So I like men that are a little bit more like still in their demeanor, because I even said with my father and my mother, it's the same. Like my father was more like when he spoke and you listened, and he was still authoritative, but very more
He wouldn't
behind
speak
the
on everything,
scenes,
yes.
more behind the scenes type of, and that's what I'm attracted to. I want a man that rallies me on, but
Stop describing me now. Oh.
but that's because your wife is like me.
Yeah, she kind of is, yes.
No, there you go.
Me and Maria would be like Johnny Depp in that. Salpakli. Yes, again, Maria.
Maar ek is mos nie physical.
Oh,
man.
you.
I don't believe in
Jy
physicality.
is- Kyk, jy- ta, 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 ta. Maria sal elke dag kyk in die huis.
You know, Neville, that's something that's very misunderstood about me. I
Let me-
don't. I'm
let-
very
let me-
sensitive.
Let me be honest with you.
Yeah.
That is the
Perception.
outer image that
Yes.
we as men have about
And it's
you.
it's for
And
protection.
it's like, you see, Maria lyk ngane, maar hy kan sa mond ne.
Yeah.
I don't want to
It's-
have anything to do with that woman because her mouth.
Ask if you ask any of my, even just my exes,
Huh?
I'm actually very at home. I like peace. I don't do well with arguments. That's why if we're fighting, I will walk out and just go. Really, I don't like confrontation. I will walk out and just
walk right into that trap.
yes, like I did the other day when I walked out. Like,
Yeah.
let me just take a breather because I don't like harsh confrontation. I'm very sensitive.
Yeah, no, I
So, but yes, but it's good that people think I'm like this because it is also a protection. It keeps the trash away from me.
This would cause that even the right guy would not want to step to you.
I think the right guy will find me. Yeah. No, the right guy will find me and he will learn about me and he will get to know
Okay,
about me.
Kuma.
Anyway, that's not an invitation,
Yeah.
but
But it was a nice chat today, guys. Just to have random
and-
comments and opinions.
and just
that
by the way, the reason we didn't
Sometimes,
touch on fish rods.
yeah, we need this to just
Yeah.
disconnect from some of this bad
Yeah.
news
Exactly.
cons-
And there-
continuously. Yeah.
Yeah, and the fish rod was in
in
court yesterday. But the reason we didn't discuss it is because you guys were complaining gister that all we do is COVID
And Fisher.
And fish rod.
COVID. So we decided to leave it out.
Yeah, we decided to deviate completely from the two topics today, just to have a platform where you guys can just have your comments and your opinions, and we just discuss just random social issues. So the show was a little bit different today.
All right, I think it's time for us to go.
Yeah, kom ons cheap. Thanks, guys. Love you all.
Adebayo will come for you, Maria. That's one of the comments here.
Oh
Adebayo
gosh, not my time.
is
But
coming
let's
for
go.
you. All right. We're out of here. We'll see you again tomorrow. There's a lot happening in the
He's
afternoon
blacker than me.
on the radio show, by the way.
That's not the wise.
Hello.
My time.
Black is not the problem.
Ek weet.
My wife is also
Just-
blacker than me.
It just felt good saying it. I just hate it on my own race now. Just because I hate Adebayor. Don't like him.
No, but you just hated on dark-skinned men,
Yeah,
which is even worse.
I know. I did it deliberately. Even though that's not my position.
All right.
Yeah, it's definitely not my position. But it's because it's him. Yeah.
Ek gee op.
Anyway, the longer we stay here, the more we are bound to hang ourselves.
Yeah, we're getting out of here. Enjoy the rest of the day. And like I said, you can catch Dirkas. He's going to be talking to some interesting people in the studio. That's going to be coming your way at 12 o'clock on Informanté Radio's Facebook page. If you haven't already liked that one, go check it out and make sure you never miss anything that we put out.
Every day we bring you the hottest music. The ultimate music mix. What's up, everybody? Some outrageous conversations.
I know a few alleged drug dealers.
This is not a drug conversation.
And I'm not.
This was-
No, but this is no drug slender will be accepted.
Do not come play snitch here on the show. Disclaimer, I don't know anything about drugs. I don't know any drugs.